then we have a real problem. There has to be a massive outpouring of people who are hopeful, who are ready to act, who will be called to act by voting. And to me, that is the most likely way that this president is going to be reined in and then our democracy is going to be preserved without, heaven forbid, civil war. All right. Mr. Horan, Philly FPV.
Just two questions. As the district attorney, how do you propose that we handle the mass influx of undocumented immigrants that we see in major cities like Philadelphia and LA?
Well, I propose that we follow immigration laws that have been established over many decades. I propose that we do what the Constitution does, which is to observe the individual rights of immigrants. I am the grandson of immigrants. There's nothing strange about that. There's probably more than half of the city of Philadelphia who will tell you they're either immigrants, grandchildren of immigrants, or children of immigrants. Immigrants often move for really good reasons, like it's the only way for them to stay alive. So I suggest that what we do is follow the Constitution and laws of the United States, that we observe their basic human rights, and that we seek justice, which is exactly my oath.
And my follow-up to that is, what about the undocumented immigrants that are affecting people that were born here or have gone through the proper channels of immigration and making them victims in cities like this? Like, case in point, probably 2 years ago, somebody was hit in a hit and run, went through your system, and then the person, the undocumented immigrant, went through the court system and was found or pleaded guilty to hit and run, which is a felony, and then they only got house arrest.
So here are the facts. I mean, we can talk about anecdotes all day long, and we can provide some of the facts, but not all of them if we want. But here are the facts. The facts are that immigrants are only 40% as likely to commit crimes as U.S. citizens. And I'm not proposing that we deport all U.S. citizens, even if it would make us safer. Those are the facts. Yeah, immigrants do affect our lives. When I go to a restaurant and I get a beautifully prepared meal and it's an Italian restaurant full of people who are immigrants that are not Italian, when that happens, that affects my life. When I need people to do certain kinds of labor that U.S. citizens are not crazy about doing, that positively affects my life. And when an immigrant commits a crime, they should be treated no better and no worse than a U.S. citizen, even though they're only 40% as likely to commit that crime as compared to U.S. citizens. Obviously, all countries have a right to try to have control over their borders. The United States has essentially always had that from the time, that they started to more heavily regulate immigration. We have that right. But that's not what Donald Trump is doing. Donald Trump is doing the kind of immigration activity that Adolf Hitler did. It is a sweeping violation of our most basic morality and a sweeping violation of our most basic constitutional rights, almost all of which do apply to people who are immigrants, documented or undocumented. Do you have another question, sir, or was that it?
No.
That's it. All right. Thank you all very much. We appreciate you.
Voilà, c'était donc c'est responsable de justice dans la cour Philadelphia qui était dans micro la presse sur question immigration ensemble avec droit chaque citoyen gagné dans le pays lorsque il a trouvé une situation côté que l'État arrêté yo, il demandé pour respecter droit citoyen ça yo que yo citizen que yo pas citizen américain pour yo respecter pour